Good Saturday morning to you, Richard Scott. I want to give you an update on what's happening with Irma, plus our local impacts and our local weather. There have been some changes in this recording about 10:30 on this Saturday morning. Here is Irma making a brush with Cuba since last night. It has weakened some, but understand it's going to pull away from Cuba sometime later today, and as that does happen, re-strengthening will occur with this storm. Currently, it is a Category 3 hurricane now, but again, don't let your guard down. This thing's going to pulse back up as soon as it moves away from Cuba and the land interaction occurring with that. Winds sustained at 125 as of 10:30 this Saturday morning, is moving west at 9 miles per hour, and that west trend is what continues to kind of throw a kink in the plans in terms of the forecast. Now, the entire peninsula, west coast and east coast of Florida, is under hurricane warning. Pretty much the entire peninsula, except for the Panhandle, is going to see hurricane force conditions over the next few days as the storm does turn more towards the north and northwest. A gust up to 155, currently pressure 941 millibars. So again, it has weakened some, but that's a temporary deal because of the land interaction with Cuba. Here's the track, should become a Category 4 at least again by Sunday morning, coming across Key West and the Keys of Florida, and then skirting the west coast of Florida. And this is a bad deal for the major cities now on the west side of Florida. This should be a Category 4 hurricane as it comes across places like Naples and Tampa, Fort Myers, areas like that. You're going to have some tremendous damage with this. In fact, catastrophic damage will be possible for these cities. And the center is such a large storm that just because of where the center is going to track doesn't mean that's the only place that's going to get damage. Areas to the east of that, on the east coast of Florida, we'll see substantial storm surge and damage as well. And I do want to note the Florida Panhandle, we've got a hurricane watch in the yellow and a tropical storm watch in that kind of tan shaded area, basically Destin and points east under the tropical storm watch, Apalachicola and points east under the hurricane watch, and then the Big Bend, that's where you get the hurricane warning, the purple area, which includes basically the entire peninsula of Florida. This comes up into Georgia, weakening into a tropical depression by the time it reaches northeast Alabama. Some computer model data, by the way, suggests this thing could be a little further west, and we'll have to watch that. I don't think this is going to be a damaging wind setup for Alabama, but it's going to get a little breezy around here. We'll have some rain off of this late Monday into the day on Tuesday. Again, you see as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, just kind of hanging out. Here's the latest thoughts, and this is Monday evening into Wednesday morning. Going to get a little windy, but again, I don't think it's going to be enough to cause tree and power line damage. Winds about 10 to 40, maybe 10, 35 miles per hour wind gusts in West Alabama. There could be some winds over 35 miles per hour in East Alabama, approaching 40. Some of the higher elevations could see winds approaching 40 to 45 miles per hour. So, again, it's going to get a little windy in some areas, especially in East Alabama. But I do not expect this to be a setup like Ivan or Katrina, where we have widespread damage in Alabama. This is just going to be a breezy day on Monday evening and a Tuesday, and also lingering into Wednesday. Rainfall amounts generally about 1 inch or less for West Alabama. Areas roughly along and east of Interstate 65 could get between 1 and 3 inches of rain beginning Monday night, lasting through Wednesday. Conditions quiet on this Saturday morning on radar. Temperatures as of 10:30 in the 70s. Feels pretty good out there, but again, things are nice and quiet across Alabama this afternoon. That's going to change, though. Here's a forecast model. Let's take into the weekend. Again, no problems today, tonight, or on Sunday. Now, Sunday, we could see a few clouds late in the day as Irma slowly gets closer. I do expect some showers over southeast Alabama. Then Monday, showers will gradually increase with some rain coming in later in the day on Monday. And again, becoming breezy with that pressure gradient wind over the state. But you see by 10:30 Monday morning, rain is already approaching Interstate 20 for areas southeast of Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. You see the heavier rain, by the way, over portions of far east Alabama into central Georgia. Alabama taking on Fresno State today, Saturday, in Bryant-Denny, 2:30 kickoff. Temperatures in the 80s. Going to be fantastic weather for that game. Here's your forecast. Again, showers start to move in later on Monday. Clouds increase, becoming breezy on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. A little breezy at times. Again, I don't think we see any wind damage from this storm, but we'll watch trends carefully. Tuesday, by the way, we'll stay in the 60s all day. It's going to be much cooler with a lot of cloud cover and occasional rain. The heavier rain should be areas east of Tuscaloosa. Now, as we go into Thursday and Friday, drier conditions start to return to Alabama.